Today I'm spilling a little bit of tea. We're going to be doing the secrets of a content creator tag. This tag was originally created by Naturally Liz here on YouTube, but I first saw this tag over on Roxanne's Retreats channel, and I'll link both of those creators down below, but I wasn't actually tagged to do this video originally, but I saw the questions and I figured this would be a great opportunity for me to take you behind the scenes of content creation and kind of give you a bit of insight into not only me, but also what it's like actually creating videos for YouTube. If this is your first time watching this channel, hello, my name is Anya. I absolutely love fragrances, and I do videos 5 times a week here on this channel on Monday through Friday. So if you're interested, do consider subscribing. I also publish content daily on TikTok as well as regular content on Instagram, and all of these platforms have different content entirely. On Instagram, I'll usually do like reviews, like written reviews of fragrances that I tend to like. On TikTok, I'll just do off-the-cuff videos for you where I'll talk about either several fragrances or one specific idea. But yeah, if you're interested, you can find those platforms linked down below. My focus on here is generally to talk about perfume in a way that inspires you to be conscious about what you're spending, what you're bringing into your collection. And if that resonates with you, you can check out my fragrance expense tracker down below. It's linked in my Stan store. So with that being said, I'm just going to go right on into this tag because there are a few questions here and I do anticipate myself kind of getting into the nitty-gritty here. So let's start off with the very first question. So the first question is, how long have you been recording YouTube videos? Now on this channel, I've been active for a little bit over a year, and honestly, I'll just say this right here. I am so grateful for all the growth and all the support I've been getting from you guys on this channel. It's so wonderful reading the comments, responding to you. I try to respond to absolutely every single comment I get. If I do miss a few comments, I'm sorry, but I love building this community. That's definitely a highlight of being on YouTube. And that's why I like YouTube so much, because you can really build a community on this platform. It might not be the easiest platform to grow on, but it's definitely the easiest platform to really build a solid community, and for that I want to thank you. So I've been creating videos on this channel for about a year. Prior to that, and I don't think most of you will know this about me, but prior to that I was creating videos, makeup videos on YouTube, still on a totally different channel. You might be able to find it, but on that channel I was creating makeup videos since 2014. I was in high school at the time and I was super shy, and I was seeing all the makeup content creators, and I loved makeup at the time, still do, and I was creating makeup videos. And it never really took off. I think I got like 1,000 subscribers, never really got like any kind of monetization. But what that really gave me was the ability to speak in front of a camera confidently, because I was at the time a very shy person. Like, I was a very shy girl. I had difficulty kind of like speaking off the cuff. I was a theater kid, so I could speak off of a script, but I was never really like as outgoing. I would say now I'm way more outgoing than I used to be, and that is in part because of the confidence that I built being able to talk in front of a camera and watch myself time and time and time again. And I also would say, like, creating videos for so long, I think I was creating videos from like 2014 to 2020, and that period of time I was creating videos pretty regularly, and that taught me how to edit, how to teach myself about software, like different like software things like Final Cut, iMovie. It's all self-taught. I never learned from anyone. I always taught myself. I remember learning first on Windows Live Movie Maker. If you know, you know. So it's been a while. That taught me how to speak with notes, but also not read from a script. So like now in my career, I think that's really helped me a lot, because I'm in marketing and I run webinars. I am talking to people who have been working for longer than I've been alive, and it's given me the confidence to actually uh, be able to lead meetings and lead projects. And I do think that in large part comes from YouTube. So that's a little bit of a tangent, but yeah, I told you I'd have these tangents. But moving on to the next question. So I think there's like a hair. Hold on. There it is. Okay. I feel better. Next question. Do you record on a phone or a camera? So I actually record on my camera. So I have a camera that I'm talking to you with right now. I use a Canon. And yeah, I actually did do freelance photography for quite a bit. So that has made me very familiar with camera settings. So I actually, like, I have no trouble recording on a camera. And I actually did, I still use my camera to take product photography. Like if I'm taking photos of perfumes for Instagram reviews, things like that, I'll use my camera. But for my short form video content, like if I'm filming videos for TikTok, I'm going to use my phone. So yeah. Do you record in HD or 4K? I'm not recording in 4K. I don't think I will ever do that. 4K literally like is like a step above HD. Like I record in HD obviously. But 4K literally will make every pore visible, every detail, every little thing, and the file size is so much larger, so it's just not worth it. I'm already using up a lot of space with these files. Like when I film, I create a movie file or I create a .mov file. I don't know how to say that in the full term, but yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna film in 4K. I don't think ever. I don't think ever. I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't think I'll ever be ready for that. How do you plan your content? Okay, so I actually have a lot of ideas in my head that kind of pop up at random intervals, and I try to avoid sitting in front of a camera without a plan. So usually I film on weekends. Usually what I'll do is I'll have like the notes up on my phone, and if I have an idea or I get an inspiration, I will just like write it down. I'll write out the fragrances I want to go through. Some of my regular series, such as my fragrance news series, my Smash or Pass series I do every Monday. I like to prepare a document in advance that I can reference on my phone, and that document will have the names of all the perfumes and the links to where I source those fragrances, like whether it be like fragrance news articles, Fragrantica, things like that. So I'll have it all in one place, and then I can kind of like talk off of that, and I know how the video is going to go. So yeah, I definitely plan my videos quite thoroughly because I have sat in front of a camera and absolutely not know what to film, and then the video suffers because then you can kind of tell, like, I mean, I think the audience can tell that there's no rhyme or reason or there's no point to the video, and I want to be able to create quality content for you. That's at the very least entertaining, if not informative. Next question, do you batch record? I batch record in, like, I have to batch record. I wouldn't be able to have a channel if I did not batch record because I recently went from filming or from posting videos 3 times a week to now 5 times a week. I absolutely have to batch record because this is not how I look like every single day. Like, I will not put false lashes on every single day. I will not do a full face of makeup with eyeshadow every single day. This is not what I do every single day. I will not have a blowout every single day. My hair looks a little bit flat right now, but that's because I just came back from an event. Yeah, I have to batch record. So on my good days, I will film 5 videos in a day. When that happens, I have everything down pat. I have perfumes everywhere. You will likely not see it because I might change. Like, I'll probably have like the same top for like 2 or 3 videos, but definitely not more than that. But I absolutely do batch record. That's like the short answer. If I didn't like, I film only on the weekends. Like, there's no way for me to film during the week unless I'm like trying to get one video out. But yeah, usually I'm going to be filming like batch recording. That's the only way. Do you record your videos in one take? So I think this means, like, do I start recording and do I stop recording? I usually don't unless like my camera overheats, my battery dies, my my SD card has no space in it. Yeah, I'll film everything in one take and then edit as needed. Next question, how long does it take you to edit one video? Okay, so it depends on the video. It depends a lot. So I film my content. I usually will film it over the weekend. I'll start editing on the weekend as well. The first video that I edit every week is my fragrance news video that goes live on Monday. I filmed that on Sunday so I can get the latest, and it's always my pet peeve when Sunday evening something gets announced and I can't talk about it because it's already been filmed. Um, but I will edit Sunday night and then have it uploaded on Monday. So that video, the fragrance news video, takes me anywhere from 1 hour, I would say an hour and a half, to 2 hours plus to edit, because I have to find the photos, I have to like take screenshots of the product photos, I have to drag them into the video, I have to make sure I'm saying the right thing. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot, and sometimes my computer will overheat, things like that, right? Other videos like this one, for instance, like I know this will take me like 30 minutes to an hour max to edit. At this point, I pretty much have everything like down pat. Like if a video doesn't include a lot of like cutaways, a lot of like transitions, if I'm not like pausing too much, if I'm not going off on a tangent, if I'm making relatively good sense throughout the video, it doesn't take me too long. It also depends on the video. It depends on how long I've been talking. So for now, like I've been filming for 14 minutes so far. I think this video will take me probably 30 minutes to edit because I have my system going. I know what I'm doing. But sometimes if it's a longer video, like sometimes I'll have video files that are an hour. That takes me a long time to go through. But I think I'm pretty good at editing. I've been doing it for a very long time. I don't think, actually, I'm going off on such a tangent in this video. I don't know if I'll ever outsource that because I know how much, I think I have a pretty good idea of how much it would cost to get someone to edit my videos, and I know a lot of people do, and I'm not in the place right now where I would be able to afford to hire someone to do my editing, but I know a lot of content creators do it, and I've thought about it. I'm like, would I ever hire someone to do my editing? I don't think so, because I can do it pretty quickly, but who knows? My mind might change on that, but I think I have a pretty good system going. Um, Next question. Do you work full-time in a traditional job, or are you a full-time content creator? If you do work a traditional job, do you work from home or do you travel? So I do work a traditional 9 to 5. This is like my side hustle, my other job, if you will. Yeah, I work a traditional 9 to 5. I'm in marketing. My field might be similar because this is in a way like marketing myself, marketing media, social media. But what I do in my 9 to 5 is completely different. I basically do B2B marketing. So I will market my company's services to other companies who might benefit from those services. And it's more technical. It's like definitely a very interesting job. My day is always different. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. And I've learned a lot in my job. So yeah, I do like it. I do a lot there. So that's my 9 to 5, and I work hybrid. So sometimes I'm in the office, sometimes I'm working from home. So it's pretty nice. I do like that flexibility. I will say right now I'm pretty early on in my career, and I actually do enjoy having the hybrid schedule because I'm able to interact directly with my team like in person, but also have the flexibility of working remote sometimes. So yeah, I do like that. And I feel very lucky to have that because not everyone gets to have that. So I do feel lucky. So the next question is, have you ever been recognized by a stranger from your channel? If so, how did that make you feel? I've been recognized a handful of times, so the only reason I think I've been recognized is because I tend to go to like perfume conferences like Scent Explorer. I also went to Essence. I've also been to perfume stores and then people recognize me there. It hasn't happened that often, I mean, obviously, but it's happened a few times, and I will say this, I need to get better at this, but I tend to second guess myself a lot. I tend to second guess my reach, question a lot of things, and I need to get better at that because when I have gotten recognized, I'm always like in my head, I'm always incredibly surprised. I'm like, they recognize me, they remember me. Like I'm just a blip. I'm like in the grand scheme of things, I'm so tiny. And then people say they recognize me, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, oh boy, you recognize me. And then obviously I'm going to talk to you We're gonna chit chat, we're gonna yap about fragrances. I love talking to people about fragrances, talking to anyone about fragrances. So obviously that's not a problem, but I need to get better at it because I need to get better at like, hey, let's take a photo together, let's do this. And I've always been so shy about it, but now I'm getting better. Now I'm not doing that anymore. So yeah, I don't know if that answered the question or not, but like hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. Okay. Is there one perfume you love that everyone else seems to dislike, or do you dislike a perfume everyone else loves? Let me get it. Okay, I have it right here because I'm batch recording today, so I have perfumes everywhere. This is Elizabeth Taylor Passion, and if you want to hear me talk more about this fragrance, you should definitely watch my TikTok because I've done like 2 or 3 videos on this already. But I love this perfume, okay? I love this scent. No one else does. In fact, it's a trend to hate it. I am super offended by that, by the way, because this perfume was not formulated for a 2024 audience. It was formulated for people in the 1980s by a film actress who was one of the biggest stars of all time, but also she was famous in the 60s, like in the 50s and anyway, no, 60s and onwards, I think. Elizabeth Taylor did not create passion for people in 2024 who can't handle it. I'm sorry. This perfume is musky, it's woody, it's animalic, it has leather. It's not for the faint of heart. I only wear this perfume for myself. I don't wear this to impress other people. I wear this when I want to be a vixen. I wear this when I want to be confident, when I want to be that girl. And this perfume is amazing. If you don't like those notes, don't buy it. But it's one of my favorite perfumes. I love it so much. I like I don't know if I should spray it on right now because again, I'm batch recording this. I have other videos I want to film. I'm probably going to be spraying more and I don't want to mix this with too much because I wouldn't suggest, or I mean if you want to obviously you can, but I haven't really layered this with anything else because it's so unique. But yeah, I love this perfume. I love this perfume. And you know, since it's October, I'm going to be featuring this in a few videos because this is this is like a Halloween October perfume in my opinion. It's like very witchy. So yeah, it's really good. I love it so much. And people hate it. And I'm like, she didn't make it for you. She made it to stand out. Okay. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice before you started your YouTube journey, what would that be? I'm actually going to widen the aperture on this and talk about social media in general, particularly fragrance social media, but also fragrance TikTok. Because I'm on TikTok. I actually did have a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm now back on TikTok. And something that I have realized, not on YouTube as much, I think TikTok has more of this, is there seems to be a lot of pressure to buy the newest fragrance just blindly, just because you happen to have like any number of a following. And if there's one thing I could say to myself, it would just be to resist that as much as possible because no, like, I don't think I've ever, and if I start getting this, I still would have the same opinion, but I don't think I've ever received a comment from someone when I've reviewed a decant saying, why don't you have the full bottle? We can't believe you if you don't have the full bottle. I don't think I've ever received that comment. And if I will, that person is just not like informed at all because I'm not going to spend $100+ on a perfume that I might not even like just so I can talk about it. Even if it's an affordable perfume that's like $20, if I buy 6 of those, where am I going to put them? Seriously. So, like, I do think that we as a community need to get a little bit better at accepting the fact that just because you don't have the full bottle in front of you doesn't mean your opinion doesn't matter. And I think we need to get better at that. I don't think I have a problem with that right now because, I mean, let's face it, I get a lot of decants, and if I do get a full bottle fragrance, it's because I truly love it, or I chose it, or I specifically chose it because a brand offered to send me something, and I chose the perfume I want. So yeah. The other thing I'd say is not to obsess too much about what people say about you or what people think of you. I used to actually, I mean, I still receive comments like hate comments and stuff like that, criticizing like my appearance. I mean, it's always my appearance, like what the way I look. Um, And I used to get like really upset about those comments, but now I'm kind of like, you know what? If you're gonna comment like that, I literally don't care. Because at the end of the day, you're a faceless troll. So like it used to affect me, the hate comments used to affect me. If I could go back in time, I would just say, it's fine. They literally don't know what they're talking about. And at the end of the day, you're on camera and you're doing amazing and you will be doing amazing. And they're bored and they don't have anything to do. They don't have anything interesting to do and no one's listening to them. And if some people are listening to them, they're the same people. They're like the same kinds of people and you don't need to take their opinion. So yeah, that's what I'd say to myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. This lighting is changing so much. The sun is setting, so that's why. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found this kind of like candid style a little bit interesting. Let me know, what are your thoughts on what I just said? If you're a content creator, do you relate to any of the things I just said? Are you surprised by anything that I just shared with you? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.